So the roots of our operation go back 4 generations with Brian. Brian's been beekeeping since he was yay high. I feel like our brand kind of is set apart, one, primarily because we're the beekeepers. We're the people who bottle your honey. It's kind of cool when you buy a jar of honey from us, either Brian or myself has touched that jar, or both of us have. It's a slow process of what we do. We take pride in everything we do. We have a raw honey product that's legit. Fathead Farms comes from our little bulldog pork chop. That's his nickname. He thinks he has a lot to do with everything around the farm. So yeah, that's where that name came from. He's the brains behind the operation. So here on the property, we have an old farmhouse that dates back, it's over 100 years old. It's an old house. It's got a really nice vibe. Bottling, our shipping, just kind of all the development type stuff takes place there. All of our beer drinking and crazy ideas take place in there too. So we come up with some fun flavors. I feel like the biggest misconception about what we do is that we just take a few boxes, put them out somewhere, come back and harvest the honey, take their honey. And the reality of it is beekeeping is a year-long process. April, bee season starts. Basically when maple trees start blooming, the queens start laying, the populations in the hives start growing. From there, we take our bees, we move them out of wintering yards, they get put in what we call honey yards, and that just puts them in a location where they have prime nectar sources for the honey flow when that starts. The honey flow starts usually June, goes through part of July. At middle of July, end of July is when we start harvesting, pulling honey off the hives and extracting. We hope to always be done by September with that, so always fingers crossed, because we're usually pretty exhausted by then. There's so many fun bee facts. A bee makes 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its entire lifetime. So we don't waste any honey around here. You get out that bread and you wipe down that jar. Make sure you get every last drop. They say the inside of a beehive is one of the most sterile places in the world. This is fun. A bee will not poop in the hive. So that's kind of cool. They do cleansing flights. That's why you see bee poop all over all of our vehicles right now. Our thing is everybody should have a pollinator garden, even if they live on a balcony. Even if you plant just a few little herbs like bee balm, lavender, that kind of thing. Just little things, putting out water, making sure there's little sticks in there so they don't drown. There's just so many different things you can really do without having to have land or even a yard for that matter. This is all I've ever wanted growing up was to have my own business and to work alongside my husband, whoever that may be. So I'm very blessed to have this passion with somebody who loves it as much as me. I'm gonna get all teary-eyed. So it's cool.
So let's hear this bee joke that you have.
I don't have a bee joke. Oh. I have an Ohio joke. Oh, I'm sorry. So, okay. Well, I already gave it away though. See, this is what I'm telling you. I'm not good at jokes.
Is the answer Ohio?
Yeah. So yeah.
Now you gotta tell us.
That's all I have. That's all I have.